Good afternoon. First, I want to start off by saying to my classmates that this last 3-year journey has been a wonderful experience for me. I hope that your projects go well and that you are able to influence and impact your church communities with whatever you have decided to do. The title of my project is Across the Table Discipleship. I am going to be utilizing my smoker here with a Bible study to help bring back a discipleship program within our local church at North Anderson Wesleyan Church. As I am part of the Wesleyan Church, one of the things that our district superintendent in the Crossroads district does is a weekly update that he emails out to all the pastors. In one of the updates that was shared, a guest writer at the time, Dr. Jim Lowe, many of you know him as a professor at Indiana Wesleyan University and may know him more as his nickname of what he is called, Umfadisi, stated this in one of his weekly updates. I tell my students that the truth of God must always remain the same, but the way that we share that truth needs to be creative, as well as make sense to those we are attempting to reach. And so because of that statement with his talk of being creative, that's what gave me the inspiration for this project of being creative, of utilizing something that I love to do, which is smoking meat, and also combating a much needed thing that we need to utilize at North Anderson Wesleyan Church, and that is bringing back a discipleship program. So the ministry context for this project will be my local church, North Anderson Wesleyan Church, located in Anderson, Indiana, just south of Marion. The focus of this project will be to get back to having a discipleship program within the church. Ever since the COVID-19 pandemic, North Anderson Wesleyan has not had any type of a discipleship ministry. Since the shutdown, besides our weekly Sunday morning worship service, we have had no guidance, discipleship, teaching at all to really help those that call North Anderson Wesleyan home in their spiritual formation or growth. Therefore, the purpose of this project will be to get back to that focus and to hopefully influence the spiritual development of those that participate and call North Anderson Wesleyan Church their home church. And we are going to be doing this by developing a time where we will have a shared weekly meal utilizing my smoker, followed by a discipleship Bible study gathering. The research question that I hope to answer for this project will be, in what ways can shared meals impact the spiritual formation of individuals within North Anderson Wesleyan Church? This study will not be an exhaustive study on discipleship, but rather a narrowly focused examination of discipleship within North Anderson Wesleyan Church through that small group and shared meal atmosphere. Some basic definitions that I will utilize for this project when it comes to the word disciple, that is someone actively taking steps toward emulating Christ in their life, so becoming Christ-like. Disciple making, the task that we were commanded by Jesus, fueled by the Holy Spirit, to go out, evangelize to unbelievers, baptize believers, impart the teachings of Christ, and equip those to live abundantly as members of his church, and discipling all nations. Multi-generation, that of course consists of more than one generation, intergenerational relationships between generations, and of course the local church, meaning the community of Christ followers that call North Anderson Wesleyan their home church as the local church, is also a denominational recognized group of people that gather at that same church. So that is the basic definitions that I will utilize. This project will involve participants from various generations in North Anderson Wesleyan. We are blessed to have a multitude of generations that call us their home church. So this project will span from builder generation up to millennials. We will gather once a week for 6 weeks, uniting over a meal prepared on the smoker with a different type of meat each week, ranging from brisket, pulled pork, ribs, turkey, whatever. Throughout the meal, we will have a time to engage with one another, fostering conversations, being able to encourage one another and just have mutual support of one another during that time. Following, we will then have a time of focused Bible study and spiritual formation. As far as limitations go, probably the main limitation that I see for this project will be the individuals participating. Basically, many people are reluctant to open and be transparent, and so that is probably going to be one of the limitations, is to get people to open up, be transparent, to engage with others during the Bible study. During this project, I will reference both biblical and theoretical references. I like what Henry Nguyen said. Henry Nguyen emphasized that if there is any concept worth restoring to its original depth and educate potential, it is the concept of hospitality. Throughout the Bible, especially the book of Acts, shared meals have had a central role in that development of one's spiritual development and spiritual formation. According to Michael Wilkins, the church has used the term discipleship to refer to any training that involves the spiritual disciplines. While spiritual disciplines can facilitate personal growth, effective disciple making requires both the disciple and the one being discipled to engage in them. Genuine disciple making transcends the confines of a classroom or a meeting. It demands priority in both the life of the church and the life of the believer. So the stark contrast between the number of individuals professing Christianity and those actually living as disciples highlights a significant disparity in this. George Barna stated that the chief barrier to effective discipleship is not that people do not have the ability to become spiritually mature, but they lack the passion, perspective, priorities, and perseverance to develop their spiritual lives. And that is what I hope to change with those within North Anderson Wesleyan Church. Disciple making stands as the mission, and the church must devise a strategy to fulfill this mission. And that is what my hope will also be through this project. My methodology for the project will be to utilize qualitative research. I will combine action research, case studies, and surveys to help gather my data. I will start with an initial questionnaire, gathering the participants' thoughts on their current discipleship and spiritual formation activities. I will also have post questionnaires and conduct personal interviews with the participants to see if there was any measured change in these views and whether or not any spiritual growth or change or development happened based off of the study and Bible group that we had. The data will be instrumental in understanding how individuals assess their spiritual lives and their confidence and willingness to share with others. So my timeline that I have for this project, I am hoping to be done and graduate for the December 2025 graduation. So my hope is to have the first couple chapters completed by August of 2024. I will then start the shared meal Bible study portion in September, lasting 6 weeks, so going until about mid-October. I will then give myself till the end of December of 2024 for the data collection portion. This will set me up in the new year to conduct the data analysis and write my concluding chapters that I need to complete by hopefully July of 2025. with any finalization and presentations in the fall of 2025. Budget, I anticipate the budget to be a bit costly, and me and my wife have already spoken about this and have decided that this will be our contribution to the church. I am looking at probably a budget of about $1,800, so $300 a week, and this is mainly because of just the cost of groceries, and the meat is not cheap when you start talking brisket and things like that. The facilities that I will utilize are going to be here at North Anderson Wesleyan Church. We have a great facility that has a kitchen, ample areas to set up tables and chairs, and just have room for the Bible study. So the facilities will be here at the church. As far as the personnel and how the setup will be for the Bible study, I plan on using 3 tables of 10, so 30 people in the project. Each table will have a facilitator, the senior pastor at one, the youth pastor at another, and I'm still trying to debate on a third, just so I don't have to do it, so that I can be free to, one, do whatever needs to be done as far as food prep, serving, and things like that for food, but then also while they are doing the conversation and everything, having a facilitator to get conversations going, and during the Bible study, so that way it frees me up to be able to kind of like maneuver around the tables, take field notes, things like that. And so having 30 people participating with one facilitator at each table. So I want to thank you all for giving me your time again. I wish you luck on your projects and hope to work with you in the future. Have a wonderful day.